There's a beautiful hymn in the Old Testament book of Daniel which describes the whole of creation praising God. Seas and rivers bless the Lord. Dolphins and all water creatures bless the Lord. Birds of the air bless the Lord. All animals wild and tame bless the Lord. All people bless the Lord. Sun and moon and stars of heaven bless the Lord. Light and darkness bless the Lord. 20 years ago, when Pope John Paul II was describing this hymn, he said it was like a great cosmic choir singing praise to God in the cathedral of creation. Pope Francis mentions this again in his message for the season of creation, which begins on the 1st of September and runs through to the 4th of October, the feast of St. Francis of Assisi. We know that St. Francis, of course, himself had a wonderful sense of all creation in harmony, blessing and praising God in a connected and harmonious way. That image of all creation joining together and our care and stewardship for the gift of God in creation is more important now today than ever. The consensus among scientists points to our planet's sickness and the destructive impact that climate change is having. So during the season of creation, we're invited to renew our commitment to caring for the earth, which is a gift from God to us as the common home for all of God's creation. Sadly, these days, the cosmic choir seems to be out of tune. All of creation doesn't appear to be singing in harmony. There's a dissonance, many wrong notes clashing with the harmony that we might hope for from a great cosmic choir. That dissonance, that lack of harmony and noise can be heard, I think, most of all in the cry of the poor and those on the margins who are being most impacted by the effects of climate change. We're also well aware of the threat to the great biodiversity that is in the world. And one only has to look at the way that the world's resources are sometimes squandered or exploited and destroyed for greed and narrow economic interests. We hear the great forests of the world and all of their trees, plants and many species are being threatened. And the indigenous peoples who have inhabited them are being displaced from their traditional homes because of rampant deforestation. This summer we've also seen the devastation of forest fires, scorched earth, temperatures never before recorded. And at the same time we've witnessed great floods and the destruction of so many homes at a rate not previously known. We're also noticing the impact of continued war and how the food chain is disrupted, pollution pouring into the atmosphere, and the enduring dependence of all of us on oil and gas and its price. Pope Francis met last year on the feast of St. Francis with other religious and faith leaders and with many scientists and experts. They concluded together that we're currently at a moment of opportunity and truth. Future generations will never forgive us if we squander this precious opportunity. We've inherited a beautiful garden, they said. We must not leave to our children a desert. From a faith point of view, God is clearly calling on us today more than ever to be caring stewards of creation, to protect and nourish our planet and its resources, and not to selfishly waste them or ruthlessly and excessively exploit and destroy them. Sometimes we think it's up to governments to solve all these problems on our behalf. But you know, we all share in the responsibility for finding the solutions. Each one of us has to accept our own personal challenge to change the way we're living, to make some personal sacrifices in order to answer the cry of the earth and the cry of the poor, and to do something to prevent the destruction of that beautiful harmony of the great cosmic choir. So I invite you during the season of creation to pray and to work and to make your voice heard, so that we don't forget the challenges that we're facing and that we all share in the burden of finding the answers. It is true that there will be some more international summits in the near future. COP27 in Egypt in November, COP15 in Canada in December. And they will be looking in particular at the impact on biodiversity in the world and the loss of so many species of plants and animals. These great summits will build on previous discussions at international government level. But equally, in our own personal lives, in our schools, our parishes, our communities, the challenge rests with us to play our own part in delivering change for the future. The theme of this year's season of creation is listening to the voice of creation. It comes from that story in the book of Exodus, where God appeared to Moses in the burning bush, and he spoke to Moses about his people, saying, "I've heard their cry. I know their sufferings. Come now, I will send you, and I will be with you." God will be saying the same to you and me during the forthcoming season of creation. I know the sufferings being caused already by climate change, he's saying, and the injustices that are arising from it. Come now, I am sending you. God bless you and all of us during the season of creation.